scoreboard, mate.
Got me now? Alright. Welcome.
I've just pushed AFL score up.
Sorry.
But I can't get it off the screen, mate.
Alright, we're good to go. Welcome everyone to Narembeen Oval for this interesting Class and Eastern Districts Footy League. The boundary umpires are just making their way out after a hard-fought game of Reggie's footy. We're trying to work out the electric scoreboard. The new lights look tremendous, but they don't turn on yet. They will during the week. Narembeen Oval with umpire Chris Burgess in the middle. The flying Kulin Kondinin Blues and the beaten up and banged up Narembeen Hawks. This one will be a lot about this will be about pride. How do we go? We're waiting for the siren. We have a problem. No, we're away. In the middle, I am a Narembeen local, so it'll take me a little minute to get the Kulin Kondinin names. Korahiki and a big bloke from Kulin Kondinin in the middle. We have a whistle and a hold. Number 24 from Kulin Kondinin, who is a Jasper. He goes long, looking for number 5. That's surely George Repacholi. A tackle's been laid. George is standing out the back. He's about to pick the footy up now, turning back the clock with a little ding of a kick, and he's missed. Andrew's body language always gives you an idea of what's going on, and he missed that one. Kulin Kondinin on top early in the first throws. Jimmy Kennedy can play either end of the ground, any size you like. Has had looks like a fresh shave of the moon head today. Looking for an option coming out. He plays on. Korahiki down the line. No, he goes a bit straight looking for De Gavea. No good. Number 15 from Kulin Kondinin is Dustin Marshall. The new addition. There's a fight at half forward. De Gavea gets the footy out like he does well. Spinks. Now we go to Duncan. Through the middle of the ground. Looking for Jaquan Brown. Can he pick the footy up? Young Brownie, I think he's been bowled over by 45, who is Harry Collins. And we're out on half forward right at Narembeen Oval for the Blues. Narembeen trying to pick the footy up. Here's Slammer Jolly. Williams Jolly back to Mitchell Milini. And the Hawks will come scoreboard side. Young Dieter Bennell. The ball needs to sit for him. It doesn't help him out. But he lays a tail. Good pressure from the young fella. Still learning the names. I think that's Collins. The other Collins, number 16. The Blues with their hands on the footy. The pressure coming from the Hawks. Hills has gone to the ground, but has he tied the footy up? Korahiki shows fleet of foot for a big fella. But he needs to hurry up. Oh, and he dumped a little bit in the tackle, which probably wasn't called for. But he was laid down by Kai Jasper. And he's a chance to have a shot. The Blues are flying at the moment. 3 wins from 3 games. The Hawks banged up and struggling. But character is something both footy clubs have had a lot in over the years. Jasper. Not sure what relation he is to Cyril, but he kicks long like Cyril does. And we have another point. Umpire Robertson in the shorts, looking the goods. Blaine Wilson stuck him in. He might have caught one in that contest. Taking a minute to get up. Kennedy plays on. Grandstand side again. That'll help my eyes through the day. Big Stazanowski is just getting better. Oh, he's paid a push. Oh, no. What's happened here? He has paid a push. Narembeen. So Danny De Gavea had not seen the game 3 years ago. And now is becoming a bit of a machine at league level. They go back to go forward. Kennedy to Milini doesn't make the distance. Milini will be wrapped up. High contact, I think. No, we're going to have a ball up. So I'm learning these Kulin Kondinin names. 46 is Tolstrop of the Jevon variety. Also known as not as cool as Dooley, but we'll talk about that later. Korahiki got his hands on it first. Now there's Brown. Pressure comes, but the Hawks go down the line. Stazanowski trying to get his hands on it. And that's an Argent. That's a Bigland. Trying to get the footy on the other side of the ground. They go through Argent again. Long into the middle of the ground. Morrissey had a Falcon. Number 24, I think, was Marshall. He goes towards half forward. Out comes Kennedy with Almaday. Almaday went to ground. Duncan picks up for Narembeen. Goes wider to Morrissey on the outer wing. Who have we got next? How can they link up through the ground? This has been the problem for Narembeen. Morrissey goes short. I'm not sure who that was. My eyes aren't that good. That Spink's in the middle now. And they come back to centre wing. Big Korohiki's working hard early in the game. He looks forward. Bit of a kick mark sort of situation for the Hawks. This is Baldwin on a long lead. And now they look to go inside 50. Bennell's short, but he ignores him. He goes long towards the square. There's a fight at the top there. Stazanowski, that's a mark. Big Riley Stazanowski has taken the grab. And he will have a shot on goal. Give the Hawks a chance to get the first goal on the board. The board does say Kulin Kondinin kicked the goal, but they kicked the point. Yeah. Andrew Repacholi kicked the point. The corresponding number 5, Riley Stazanowski, the eldest bloke from somewhere in South Australia. Now lives in Muntadgeon. That would be a move. Stazanowski always kicked it a bit narrow, hasn't allowed for the breeze. That's just 1 point. So scores are level in what's been an interesting start to the contest. Word is the Blues are a bit sore as well, a bit banged up. Ducky's not playing today. And Narembeen flat out can't take a trick. But enough of that as the footy starts again. The Blues bring it in, looking for Biglin. And Tully, well, that's a mark. I'll pay that. I think it's been paid, yes. Tully Biglin, half-back left, into the middle of the ground. He's looking for 16. I think that's Collins. That's Sam Collins. Spent some time at Eastern Manly, goes wider. I think that might be his younger brother, but don't quote me. They go in there, a bit messy inside forward 50. Wilson looks to get the footy out, kicks it flat and hard, but turns the footy over. And I'm pretty sure that's a Biglin. Into the middle of the ground. George will get this. Andrew Repacholi. His mum once told me off on the radio for calling him George, so I have to call him Andrew. Because I do not want to argue with Mrs. Repacholi again. I didn't argue with her that day, actually. 20 years ago, this would have gone through post-high. I'm guessing that's George. Today, it doesn't make the distance. Early jump. He's lucky he didn't touch anyone, whoever that was. Seb Omadai. He missed absolutely everything doing that. And big Dusty Marshall has taken the mark and said, Omas, what the hell was that? We're right behind the kick here. Dusty Marshall has missed. Tricky breeze up there. Umpire Robinson moving well to his left in his shorts. 1 point. So 2 points plays 1 point here in the EPL. Kennedy plays on again. Coming scoreboard side. James Kennedy, 200 gamer for the Hawks. Long looking for Stazanowski again. Got to push, but not paid. Biglin looks to have played on, and now he has. He'll get the ball back inside 50 for the Blues. Wilson will cut this off and look to switch the play. Kennedy trying to bring the Hawks outside their defensive 50. What's he got to kick it to? Baldwin's out in space. Running hard with the pressure on. Tommy Baldwin is a class footballer. Both sides of the body, looking for someone to give it to. Goes in the middle, bites off a bit where Williams Jolly doesn't quite work. Could have worked, but didn't. The Blues are away again. Into the forward 50 this time. That's Omadai. Better on the lead than at the jump with no, it looked like he was jumping over a gate. Trying to sneak out of something, I don't know. Savvy Omadai. Lining it up deliberately. He's a good kick of the footy. It's a bit of a tricky breeze here at a stupid place to put a playground park. Oh, no, that does not look good off the boot. No jumpers this time. Staying down with someone from the Blues who's given it over to number 8, who I'm pretty sure is Tommy Benea. And I'll find out who number 30 is. That, back in the day, used to be someone else, but now it's not. It's Albie Decky. So good from the Blues. They look on top early against the Hawks. They are kicking... Actually, it's a bit hard to tell, the breeze now. slight breeze, kicking into a slight breeze, but their numbers around the contest is good. Great front and centre there from Albie Decky. And we're back in the middle. Marshall and Korahiki. Umpire Cowan looking resplendent in lime green. It could be his colour. Moved away from the hot pink back in the day. Stacks on the middle. Blues go back to go forward. Biglin gives a handball, number 16, that's Collins. And they're forward again. Who's going to catch this one? That's a hold. That is a hold. Can't pull the jumper. Need to know where the umpire is if he was pulling the jump on the other side. So that's Omadai again. Omadai and Kennedy all day will be an interesting battle. Young's heavy. It's funny how players do that. Is he on the mark? He has to stand still, so yes he is. Omadai from straight in front. Good player, Seb. He should kick this. I'm going to back him in. It takes a little bit. I think he's gone a little bit to his right to give himself a bit of a swing. He's certainly got the distance. The boys like it. I've won the money. And the Blues kick another goal. There's real danger of this one being a blowout, unfortunately. The Hawks need to start getting the footy out of the middle. Need to be a bit harder at the contest, or we could be in for a long day. Back in the middle. Umpire Poole, I think. Was that Hogsy? I think that's Pooley. I'm not sure. Whoever it is also rocking the lime green with the socks up. Korahiki and Marshall. This will be a good battle all day. Marshall's obviously athletic. Takes it out of the middle on his own. Charging through the Blues. 46 is Tolstrop. And Brown. Brown's done well to get that out of there. Now Degavar needs to work. Needs to sit for him, it does. But the rugby player turns back into play and gets the ball to half forward for the Hawks. Staznowski's a chance. Bang comes. Baldwin puts the pressure on and the Blues are out. This is number 2. Who's number 2? Number 2 is Berardine. Into the middle and there's Biglin. How do they get through? Marshall out wide wants it. Biglin goes a little bit straighter. Looking for Omadai. We might get Marshall. Kennedy's playing Omadai in front, doing well. Down the line he's looking for, that's Walters. Walters twisting and turning, gets wrapped up. That would be harsh if it's holding the ball. He hasn't actually got it. But it is holding the ball. That's a tough call because it was wrapped around his back. Good tackle from Argent. And the Blues will go forward again. Down the line. Where's Marshall? A bit of a block there from Omadai. He goes into the middle of the ground looking for Benier. And back to Omadai. He gets through traffic well. He straightens up. Andrew Repiccioli plays on. Sees something he likes going back towards goal. Duncan's trying to get back. But he couldn't do it. Who's that? Argent. Is number 20 an Argent? Yeah. Which Argent's this one? He's not on the list. Number 20 is Brock. Who's the other Argent?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I can't remember either. We'll call him Brock's brother.
Cousin.
Brock's cousin.
It might be Brady.
Brady. Brock's cousin Brady. Oh, interesting drop of the footy. Umpire Robinson, smooth move as he always is, to his right, and that's a point. 2-3-15 plays 1 point. It's really been all the Blues. The Hawks have had to work hard, as the season has been. Williams Jolly, half back right, near the playground that's in a strange place. Kennedy always attacking out of the back line, down the line. Look, there could be a hole there, but nothing doing. Lockie Biglin, class act as well. All right, into the middle of the ground. This is Decky. Decky through the half forward. Who's he looking for? He's looking for the other Biglin. Tully snuck forward. He's taking a catch within range. And the Blues will have another shot. There you go, short, lax marking from the Horse, but Decky couldn't take the mark. Pressure coming from Molini, he's got him now, and the turnover is created. Young Bennell does well, twisting and turning. Handball out, that's the other Collins, I think, good pressure. Tully will take it into his own hands this time. He will have a shot. He likes it. Job done. Tully Biglin, another one to the Blues. They go to 3 goals, 3-21. Narembeen, the solitary Sasnowski point. I fear a blowout on the cards. I've got to bring up the list of sponsors as well. Back into the middle of the ground. We'll get to the sponsors in a minute. Umpire Burgess. The Hawks need to try and start splitting the contest in the middle. Getting a secondary ball up would be very, very handy at the moment. Can they compete? That's the key. Can they compete? Burgess. Two-handed ball up. Korahiki and Marshall. Marshall taking it back as he has the whole way. Trying to get through with Tolstrop. Bennell does well. There's a whistle. Oh, I missed that. I'm not sure what happened there. Something on the ground. And we're back, and it's Tolstrop's footy. Jevon Tolstrop. A talented young man, a classy individual, but simply not as cool as cousin Daniel. Not sure where Dooley is today, but he's a class operator. Mylini, as he has done for this footy club so many times, stood in the way of danger. Wilson goes wide looking for Morrissey. Sun got in his eyes. Working hard against a couple of them. Knocks it forward. Numbers come from the Blues. Morrissey fighting hard again. Well done, Flynn Morrissey. He's tied it up. And we'll get a ball up. Little wins for Narembeen at the moment, and that was one of them. Back, sort of inside the square. Who's doing the ruck work? Cody Duncan. Hooly dooly. He does well, though, Cody Duncan. Splits it with Marshall. And then off the ground. No. Dangerous call. So the Blues will go inside 50 again. Dusty Marshall from one of the amateur clubs in Perth, was playing A grade down there. Now he finds himself at the Blues. Interesting drop of the footy, but does get distance. Hillsey fighting hard with George out there. Mylini helps him out. Errant handball to, I think that was Tommy Benib. Wilson gets, and now Hillsey on his left foot. Bangs the footy out, but where does he get it to? That's the question. Marshall. On to number 16. He's missed his foot, that bloke. I don't know who that was. We'll find out in a minute. That's Biglin. De Guevara's wrapped up. And we will start again. 16 is Collins. Sammy Collins. Shaw played a game for Bruce Rock not that long ago. Now he's at the Blues. Working hard again. Korahiki and Marshall. Off the ground by someone. Brown does well to get the clearance. It's a couple of times from Brown now. Narembeen, can they get the ball through half forward? Baldwin looks to pick it up, does well, bangs it forward. Looking for Walters, one out. Can he get the sand grab? He can't. And I think pretty sure that's one of the big lens. Gets the footy out. Looking for Decky, missed his target. Duncan working hard. Held up. We will have a ball up. Good crowd here at Narembeen Oval. The hockey's going. We'll try and get some scores through the day. Don't be afraid to text in on 0429 647 651. And let's get a hotline going. We're willing to talk about anything here at Classic Clashes. And the ball is held up at halfback. How much rain did you get? How much rain didn't you get? Anything you like. Wilson and Marshall. All right, coming out of it is Decky now. Decky will have a shot. And that's another one to the Blues. They go to 4 goals, 3-27. Just a solitary point to the Hawks. So Decky's kicked one. Tully kicked one. I was meant to write those down. Who else kicked the goal? George missed. We'll work that out. Tully's got two. That gets me 3. Oh, and I'll give one to Omers. That gives me 4, righto. Back in the middle of the ground. Narembeen's changing things up a bit. Mitchell's gone into it. Korahiki does well to get his hand on it. Can Narembeen get the ball out of the middle? Bennell goes without it, but gets back and tackles well. There's a whistle. A dumping tackle paid. All right, this is Berardine. Looking forward. Who's he got? He has Amadai, I think. Amadai. A couple of grabs. Who's he looking for now? He goes to the teeth of it. Tully, no. Marshall, is that Marshall? I think that's Marshall. With the shin pad. He's pushed forward. He's got himself forward. He moves well, this young fella. I like him. He will have a shot. He missed his last one. Needs to make the most of it. West Eels start thinking he's just a ruckman. Dustin Marshall from about 25. Oh, I put the moz on him then. He's missed everything. Westy though, as a ruckman, he'll know it's not as easy as it looks. So he'll have faith in him, I'm sure. But he flat out missed everything. Into the breeze then, Kennedy. Racking up the stats today, trying to get the footy out. He goes long again. Who's he got there? DeGavara at the back. Or goes without it. Tolstrop into the middle of the ground. This is Spinks. All right, now Duncan on the left foot. Who's he looking for there? Stasnowski trying to get into it at half forward. Baldwin will lay this tackle. Argent. Tolstrop. Young Bennell will look to pick this up. And there's a turn. Another errant free kick, I think, from the Hawks. Berdine got dumped off the footy. And they go into the middle of the ground. This is Decky. He'll look to play on. He looks to play on into forward 50 again. And he's got Marshall again. Maybe he's better from further out. I don't think so, because he's played on for George. Oh, I've got to stop doing that. Mrs. Repper will come and tell me off again. Andrew Repiccioli. I feel he may have gone in as Ducky went out. Similar hair colours these days, Ducky and George. Andrew. How will we go this time? Georgie likes that one. A phenomenal footballer in the day, Andrew Repiccioli, and at 43 years of age, still running around for the Blues. Need to buy these guys golf clubs. We'll talk about that at half time. Famous hang he took once against Narembeen when he flat out stood on Rosie Hunter's head. That was quite a grab. Back in the middle, Korahiki gets his hand on it first. Williams Jolly nearly went with it, but left it behind. All right, that's Marshall. All right, good. The big fella Korahiki competes hard. All right, DeGavara in it again, and it'll be a ball up at half forward. Can the Hawks manufacture something here? Actually, 24 was Jasper. I called him Marshall. All right, Korahiki working hard. All right, Biglin in the middle of it. Gets thrown off it. Nothing doing from the umpire. Someone's got dumped there again. That's Collins, I think. 16 is Sammy Collins. And we go. The Hawks almost with a forward 50 entry. Little wins. All right, the ball doesn't bounce for them as it does sometimes. Biglin swings onto that right foot. Marshall, one grab. Wilson right with him. He's trying to turn and twist the ex-Eagle. Does well. All right, ball sits up in the breeze. Duncan gets the hang. Can't take the footy with him. Decky will pick it up. No, he won't. Good pressure from Brown. Collins 1-2. Bang. I think he's gone. Oh, he ducked. Oh, that's a umpire appreciation round. Good decision, Paulie. Good decision. All right. Sammy Collins looking to get the Blues inside forward 50 again. He goes short. Looking for Berdine. Can't pick it up. Narembeen will try and take this footy out. Number 3, Miley Spinks, stripped of it. Try and pick it up again. DeGavara, all right, does well. All right, gets an inside-out Nori that goes nowhere. That can't be 15. No, it's not. And that's Tolstrop. Miley needs to hurry up. Gets the ball out wide. Spinks is finding some space. Can't pick it up. Outnumbered at the contest, but does well. Does well. We have a whistle. And we will, umpire count, will ball the footy up. Centre wing, right where the big trench is for the big lights that are coming to Narembeen. William Jolly slams the footy fully. Stasnowski needs someone to give it to. Tackled well by Ellis. Pretty sure that's an Ellis. Down the line. We're playing members when Korahiki. That stacks on the mill. Sorry, we haven't got 42. I think that's Davies 42. I think the second ruckman. I think he's a Davies. Well, he is today anyway. Korahiki fighting hard with Davies. I think it's Josh Davies. Sammy Collins. That is nothing doing apparently. Everyone stopped. All right, the Blues go forward again. Oh, Jesus. Decky has a shot on goal and we'll throw it in.
1 second. 1 second. I stopped the video anyway. It was 1 second.
I suppose a room like Silk, right?
Throw in. Ball falls short into the breeze. We have a siren. All the Blues in the first quarter. Narembeen really second to the footy, working hard, but just can't get into the contest. The Blues 5 goals, 3, and 1 nasty out in the full from Dustin Marshall. I've got it as Tully's kick 2, Sevi Omers' kick 1, and Albie Decky's kick 1. Better players for the Blues. I've got Collins, Sammy Collins, Dustin Marshall, and Tully Biglan. Some say the better Biglan, the nicer bloke, but we'll talk about that later as well. Lockie's pretty good. For the Hawks, working hard has been Kennedy. Hard to find for the Hawks. Who else has worked hard? Kennedy, Wilson at halfback, and Big Korahiki in the ruck. Best player today will get a Classic Clashes beanie and what we dubbed up in Meriden one day Warralack and work boots, which are a pair of thongs. So we'll have a break now here at Narembeen Oval. I'll go through the sponsors next quarter for the Blues all over the Hawks. Welcome back to creative place to put a playground park, also known as Narembeen Oval. We need to go through some sponsors. Sponsors for the day, Great Southern Fuels, AFCRI, Delta Agribusiness, Kimberley Accommodation Group, UTF Trailers, Allen Lube, Dartfish, Archie's, Omnibus, Classic Classes, Gallagher, Scotty Coppin at the Corrigan Hotel, Premium Grains and Warringah. Without their support, we wouldn't get days like this. Country footy at its best. A beautiful day in Narembeen. The Blues all over their traditional rivals. 20 years ago, there was 7 grand finals in a row against these clubs. And rivalries build from that. Here we go. Back in the middle, Korahiki and Marshall. Marshall it's gone back all day and he's done it to great effect. Spinks slung out of it. Bennell try and hold on. Good tackle from the young fella. Looks like the ball might stop there. Well done, D to Bennell. And we'll get another bounce. Korahiki and Marshall again. Marshall's a jumping ruckman. Does very well. Kicks it straight into Cody Duncan's face, I think. Bennell's wrapped up. And we'll go again. Narembeen need to try and find a way forward. Korahiki, get his hand on that one first. Spinks couldn't take it with him, and the Blues are out. Bigland, beautiful kick into forward 50. Wilson sets himself, couldn't take what he probably should have. Decky tries to take him on, gets it a long time to get rid of it, and is pinged for holding the ball. Good decision, took the game on, couldn't get through. Good umpiring from umpire Burgess. Down in the Roadhouse end, the Narembeen Roadhouse. It's got the better of many a good farmer out this way and the odd school teacher as well. Mylini turns the footy over, back to Tolstrop. Tolstrop trying to get it through Decky. Repatoli. The Blues are bouncing the footy around. This is now Tolstrop having a shot, and he has missed. Some would say Dooley would have kicked that, but they can discuss that over Christmas dinner. And the Hawks will try and get the footy out of their back half again. Nasty trees behind those goals have eaten the footy more than once over the years. Boundary umpiring as a reserves player always the worst job in footy. Which way will Blaine Wilson go? Looking, comes grandstand side even, looking for Ravenhill. Baldwin jumps from the back. They force the footy over by Degavar. Good pressure from Narembeen. And we will get a ball in, I would have thought. No? Yes. We get a ball in. So, ball in. Right half forward going towards the Roadhouse. The ball sits up in the breeze. Narembeen has no one to jump. Marshall down to Bigland. Turn over to Baldwin. Tommy Baldwin. Short to Wilson. Can Narembeen kick their way through? Short again. Williams Jolly. Looking for something to give it to. Nothing on the move. He'll go wide this time, looking for Duncan. And he finds him. It's better from Narembeen, a bit more methodical. Duncan. Looking down the lines. Doesn't now see here's a chance. Goes shorter. Looking for Baldwin. Knocked out by... Oh, no, sorry, that's Spinks. Knocked out by Bigland. And we will have a ball in right in front of the crowd. Good, healthy crowd. The great Lindsay Brown, one-handed over his head. Very good. Korahiki and Marshall. Spinks. Ravenhill pushed as he kicked it. Bigland playing Degavar in front. Good pressure from the ex-rugby player. Good pressure from Narembeen all right round. Collins down the line. In comes Williams Jolly. Baldwin. Put his head down. Hopefully he's all right. That did not look good. So while they sort out the injured player, we'll find something else to talk about. The Blues all over him, 5-4 to just the point. We could be here for a while, I fear.
He's moved his legs.
He has moved his legs, which is a good sign. The players come together. What can Narembeen do? Try and find a way through the ground. Banged up and beaten up, as the footy season it can do to you sometimes. But you have to find a way to get little wins, get things going back your way. Ravenhill comes off as we wait to see. He does look better. He's on his feet, being carried off. Cannot catch a break at the moment, Tommy Baldwin. Narembeen Footy Club will sort him out. He'll get the help he needs, and we'll get back to the footy. Didn't seem like much. Might have collected a shin on the way through. But head knocks cannot be taken lightly. Hopefully he's alright. Here we go. This is what we've all been waiting for. The big German's on the ground. Johannes Rush. One of the great men of country footy. Korahiki and Marshall. Who can get their hands on the footy first? Morrissey works hard. That's Jasper. Jasper down the line. There's a contest there. Williams Jolly does well. He beats Tolstrop at that. And will look to get the ball going the other way. Who can he give it to? Stasnowski down the line. That's where he goes. Well, big right. Stasnowski jumps at it. Couldn't take it with him. Spinks. Good tackle. And we'll have a ball up. Good pressure. Here we go. Korahiki and Marshall again. What can we get going here? Rice tries to take it with him. Good handball. Spinks down the line. De Guevara will compete. Oh, and very nearly take the mark. But it's been knocked out. We'll have a ball in. Marshall and Korahiki again. Trying to work the ball down the ground, the Hawks. What can we get going? Lockie Biggin, long handball looking for Cousin Tully. Duncan tries to slap it out of the way. Trying to pick the footy up. He's got Decky in a tackle. Spinks gives it to Rice. He couldn't take it with him. Who can pick the footy up here? That's Decky. He's working hard. Goes backwards to go forward. That's Jasper. Wider to Tolstrop. Wider again to Berardine. And if he gives the handball, no, he doesn't give the handball. It slows things up a little bit. But Tolstrop's worked out of the contest and he'll get it again. Where can he go from here? Short into forward 50. But clean bowled on the die. Williams Jolly picks it up. Gives Morrissey a job to do. Pressure coming. Can the Hawk pick it up? He's pushed off a little bit. Jasper definitely pushes him off it now even. Back into the middle of the ground. Back to go forward. Marshall. Down the line. And the ball is out. We're inside the arc though, so we'll have a throw in. 5-4 to 1 point. The Hawks have slowed the bleeding well, but they haven't been able to find a way into the front end of the ground. Who have we got? Big Joey. Playing without a connected anterior cruciate ligament. Down the line. Marshall grabbed this. No, he didn't. He dropped it. Good pressure from De Guevara. Picks it up again. Bigland, the Lockie variety, goes down the line while he's looking the other way. Tolstrop tries to pick the footy up. Pressure coming from Milini. Decky. Into the centre of the ground. Looking for Benier, that was. Couldn't catch it. And Milini will try and get the Hawks out. He goes short. Oh, no. He missed his target. George was onto him. And that's another one George is on the board. Righto, Andrew. Why am I calling him George? Sorry, Mrs. Repper. Andrew is on the board. Turnover. The Hawks were trying to get out. So the Blues go to 6 goals, 4-40. Narembeen just the solitary point. They've lost Tommy Baldwin to an injury. They went in with a few boys sore. They cannot take a trick at the moment. Back in the middle of the ground. Korahiki. Joey Rice has to be the biggest ruckman, biggest wingman Eastern Districts has ever seen at the moment. The big fella standing on a wing. All right, Korahiki and Marshall. Korahiki gets his hand on it first. Who gets the footy out? Marshall's picked it up, but he's wrapped up. And things will start again. Rice this time, he's in the ruck. Korahiki out onto the wing. Marshall gets the ball forward. Duncan can't pick the footy up. Twisting and turning. The Blues are out again now. That's Decky. Who can he find forward? I think that's Andrew Repacholi. Some things you never lose, and George came into it with a lot. He'll have a shot from just inside the arc. Strikes it well, but he's kicked it narrow. 1 point to Kulin, Kondinin. They'll go to 6 goals, 5-41. Narembeen just the single point. Don't forget some of our sponsors here like Warringah. And I'll get to a few others. Delta Ag. Kennedy. Wide over looking for Brown. Missed him. Ball will turn over. And running into the open goal. That's a goal. Who kicked that one? I think that was Sammy Collins. It gives him his first. And the blowout continues. We look to the text line. I am the lone soldier in the commentary box today. All right, I hope the tractor's going well and you're not kicking up too much dust. All right, don't forget to text in on 0429 647 651 and get involved in what could be a long day for the Narembeen Footy Club. Johans, Rice and Dustin Marshall in the middle. Marshall again. Spinks trying to get the footy out. High tackle. Connor Spinks. Can the Hawks go forward and manufacture something? Spinks into the breeze, looking for DeGavar. Biglin will cut that off with the Lockie variety. Long handball. Who's that? That's Jasper. Jasper inside. Looking for Lockie who'd run on. This is Marshall now. Tackled by Spinks. Decky will turn and kick it. He goes to set true centre forward where Tommy Benny is fighting with Cody Duncan. Cody Duncan's been wrapped up. And I'm not sure what decision we've got. We've got holding the ball. Holding the ball. So Andrew Repacholi will get another shot at goal. The one before went narrow. Where will this one go? Andrew. Looks like that might have been a goal. The floodgates continue to open for the Blues. They go to 8 goals, 5-53, or 53 even. What am I doing? Reppa has 2. Tully Biglin has 2. And the rest to Collins, Omadai, and Decky. Back in the middle of the ground. Where can we go from here? What you do know from Rice is effort will not drop. The Hawks just need to find a way out of the middle of the ground. Rice competes well. Who's coming out of that? That's Decky. He's wrapped up. We'll get a ball up. And it starts again. Morrissey trying to twist and turn. He's wrapped up again. Good contested footy. Where do we go? Nothing doing. They'll wrap it up again. Mitchell Mylini. They will build the little man a statue at some stage in Narembeen. Has been the backbone of the footy club for a long time. In the back, in the ruck, the big German getting a bit too much body on contact there. Marshall, Tolstrop, left foot. Who's he got forward? Wilson fights hard with Biglin. Biglin will get it again as it bounces for him. He goes backwards to Tolstrop, who's followed up. Good pressure from Benham. Kennedy, was he lagged? No, but he was certainly tackled. No, we have a whistle. Timmy gets up. He might have been legged. Out on the far side. Good news, Tommy Baldwin's up and about, talking to Ray Sedgwick. So that is good news. Short finds Duncan. Short again. And we have Spinks. Wide looking for Mylini. Sets himself a task. Or didn't set, Spinks set him a task. Mylini trying to pick it up. Gets worried out of it by Jasper. Pressure comes. Tommy Benier picked it up and let it go. And this is Andrew Rapaccioli into the middle of the ground. 45 is the other Collins, I'm pretty sure, on the outside of his foot. That is a good kick. And he's found Jevon Tolstrop. There is no chance Dooley could have kicked this in his best day. Can Jevon get one up on his cousin from here? From outside the arc. Right footer. Top of the square. Who's jumping for it? Oh! Whoever that was, I think it might have been Andrew. Did he get up? Couldn't take it with him. Turn over half back. Oh, this is Berardine. Where do we go from here? Looking inside the arc. He's going to back himself in. Looks like he's going to have a shot. From right on the arc. He gives it every chance. Jumping this time. He missed it. And that is a goal. So Berardine kicks one. That's his first by my count. And the Blues keep the floodgates open. They go to 9 goals, 5-58. The Hawks, just that solitary Stasnowski point. Hills comes off and Mickey Thomas goes on. The future mayor of South Cumberland will slip into the under siege Narembeen defence. Rice and Davies in the middle. Marshall's got a rest. Biglin stands up in a tackle. Forces it forward. Jaquan Brown sits under it. Couldn't take it with him. Pressure right. I don't think he's got it there. Williams Jolly earns a free kick. Where can he go from here? There's movement in front of it. Long looking for big Stasnowski. He doesn't give him much of a chance. And the ball is out. Short. Brown goes over his head. Good pressure from Rice. Morrissey couldn't take it with him. That's Tolstrop. He's getting a bit of it now. Who can pick the footy up back there? Williams Jolly does well. Stands over it, wrapped up. And we will have a ball up. Don't forget, if you're in the market, Warringah is one of our sponsors of the day. We'll get to them again later because the computer's hiding them from me. But I do have them here somewhere. Here we go. AFGRI, Delta Ag, all good supporters of country footy. And the ball goes out again deep in the Narembeen defence in the Blues forward half. It has been absolutely all the Blues. First of the footy, numbers round it. Kennedy slams the footy forward. Lucky Biglin will catch this. No, he won't. He dropped it. Walters comes up to try and put some pressure on. Ellis tried to get the ball going. Then that was Fuller. Handball to Stasnowski. Couldn't get it. Backwards to go to Biglin. Spread out here. 18 is... Well, it says Josh Crisp in the book. I know that's not Josh Crisp. Short. Kennedy missed him. Trying to pick it up. James doesn't pick it up. Number 18. We'll get a name for that in a minute, but he's kicked for touch and he's found it. And we will have a turnover. It is not a pretty game of footy. Narembeen are trying hard. They haven't got much else other than they can give. Outgunned at the moment. Short again. Duncan. Jasper on the mark. Duncan into the middle of the ground. Spinks. Plays on. Looking for Benham. He's missed him. Turnover. Collins. Running with it. Good pressure from Benham. Into forward 50. And big Dusty Marshall. Handballs it off to Biglin. And why wouldn't you? Look at this. Half put, well, not half by side. It died in the end, but it's a goal. Tully's got another one, and the Blues just keep marching on. 10 goals, 5-65. The Hawks, just that Stasnowski point. Let's look at Mick Davies. Not happy with the quality of footy. 7 grand finals to 7 turnovers. The romance is still alive in country footy, he says. The boys are all working hard. Try and get a name for the guy in the lid. Because Josh Cripps is a lot taller than that. And he's also done a knee, so he's not on the ground. Back in the middle, Korahiki and Davies. What can the Hawks muster? The season where nothing goes right. Korahiki works hard. Spinks can't take it with him. Grab without it possibly. Morrissey trying hard. Get the ball on the boot. Benham. He does that. Who can take a mark? It'll be Lockie Biglin. Lockie Biglin. Working his way into a pair of Warralakan work boots. Not with kicks like that though. Jaquan Brown. Backwards to go forward. Mitchell Myelini. What can he find inside forward 50 for the Hawks? Sasnowski worked under it. And whoever this is, he's out. 2 bounce. That's Cook. Will Cook. Well, one of the Cooks. Yep. Will Cook. That's a great grab. Dustin Marshall is a big chance for some Warralakan work boots, I think. It's Tully steaming through the middle of the ground to Korahiki. The Blues are out everywhere. He's found Berardine you couldn't get any more straight in front. So the blowout is on. The blowout was always a chance. Good news, as I said, Tommy Baldwin is up and about. I think he might have gone off to get checked out. Poor Tommy cannot take a trick at the moment. What can the Hawks do? What can they muster? Berardine. He's already got 1, I think. And now he has 2. The Blues go to 11 goals, 5-71. Narembeen the solitary points. How can the Hawks get the ball forward? They need to get the ball out of the middle of the ground. They need to take some risks. They need to create opportunities, but above all, they need to just keep working. Remember Delta Ag? Walter Stirrett, one of the great men of Muntajan, and the boys at Delta Ag, supporting country footy the whole way. Back in the middle again, Korahiki and Davies. Davies goes back to Jasper, wrapped up by Spinks. Here comes the cavalry, who can stand up under the pressure. Korahiki does well. He's worked hard, the big fella. The veteran Myelini looking for something forward. Who's going to take a mark? And it could well be Biglin again. Lockie Biglin. Back to Brown though. The Hawks for a chance here. Walters, a foot race. The ball may beat them. This is Will Cook. And the ball is out of bounds. Deep inside the forward 50 for Narembeen. Can they create an opportunity, get a score from stoppage? Stasnowski will stand in the ruck with Josh Davies, I think that is. The great Lindsay Brown with the throw-in. Here we go. Stasnowski and Davies. Davies gets his hand on it first. Fuller will try and pick it up. Goes to the ground, gets up again. Handball to no one. That was one of the Argents. He kicks it off the ground. Collins. Oh no, this is Collins now. Stands. Myelini holds on to him. And the Blues are out. This is Jasper. Out of bounds on the full. So Narembeen will get a chance to go forward from centre wing. Tully on the mark. Cody Duncan, premiership player not all that long ago. Rumours have it he's reserves coach back in the day, taught him everything he knows. We'll get into that later. He goes down the line looking for Stazanowski. Could have been held, nothing doing. Davies, that could have been without, incorrect. That's dragged in, and we'll throw it up. The Hawks locking things in. Korahiki and Davies. Who can win the ball out? Bigland lurking at the back. Brown's gone with him. Over the head, Lockie Bigland coming out of half-back, gets wrapped up. The ball bounced. Umpire Burgess will ball the footy up. Korahiki working hard in the ruck. Does well, gets his hand on it first. Brown could have gone with two hands, didn't. Fights hard, puts his head over it. Working hard. Mylini, tackle. Out it comes, Spinks, tackle. High tackle. Narembeen got another injury. Young Brownie's done something to his shoulder. The Hawks cannot take a trick. Into the middle of the ground and the ball is turned over. And the Blues go wide looking for Marshall. Duncan makes a contest, but Marshall takes the mark. Short. I think that's Tolstrop. On his left foot, coming out of the square, is Omadai. Sebastian Omadai. Rumour has it that he worked a pre-season in the gym. Sources close to the club say, though, that he's not... his girlfriend worked harder than he did. More on that later. Omadai. He's a good chance from here. Stuttering runner. Gives the ball every chance. It's slanted a little to the right, but it's a goal. Umpire Sprigg gives it the 3. He signalled 3 times. It's definitely a goal. So Omers, I have that as his second. And the Blues just keep on keeping on. They go to 12 goals 5 even, 77. The Hawks just the 1 point. If you're up in Merredin or you know the score in the Derby, please let us know. Should be a good game of footy up there. Righto, what's happened? It's not a goal. They've gone to the arc and they've said, Padlock Omers, that was a point. So, take that goal off. Narembeen go wide, looking for Duncan. The Blues get their hands on it. Duncan's got to work hard against 2. But this is Tolstrop, but his right foot this time. Looking for Omadai, that's a good mark. Under heavy pressure, that is a good grab. Can he kick this one? Robbed of one just now. Can he put this one through? You'd be silly to bet against him. This is a good kick of the footy. Bit protected in there as well. The boys on the ute trying to put Omers off, but just be quiet. I think he might have said the horns are going. I think this one might be a goal. Why is that one a goal? That one is a goal. So the Blues go to 12 goals 6, 78. The Hawks just a single point. The blowout is well and truly on. Back in the middle of the ground. Big Korahiki working hard. Ruck's hard to play at the best of times. Harder to play when things aren't going your way. Remember, if you need a cold beer out in Corrigan, go and see Scotty Coppin and Rachel at the Corrigan Hotel. Young Bennell does well in just his 3rd game of league footies. Almost won the clearance there. The Hawks have got a secondary bounce, which is a win. Small wins build bigger wins, and that's where Narembeen's at the moment. Davies and Korahiki. Korahiki keeps it inside the circle. Tully Bigland tries to take it with him. Who's that? I can't see that number, but he's gone backwards to go forward. Mylini's working hard. Williams Jolly. Duncan. Right side for left footer. looking for Spinks. The pressure's coming. The pressure won the day. Collins, wrapped up over the line, will have a ball in. Lockie Bigland could be a chance for a best on award today. He's been good from half-back. The great Marcus Dorlant throws the footy in. Korahiki and Davies. Who's at it first? Jasper, wrapped up. Holding the ball. His hands were out. Certainly didn't get him pinged. That's a good decision from umpire Cowan. Down the line. Stazanowski couldn't quite grab it. Hard to be a forward on a day like this. And we will have a ball in. Right in front of the crowd. The men's hockey has started down there. We'll try and get some scores at half-time. Korahiki and Davies backwards. Decky is out. Doesn't bounce the footy. Kicks it into centre forward. Andrew Repiccioli back on it like he's still 24 and not 43. By hands. By hands again. This is Decky. Hills will try and put the pressure on. Decky picks it up. Hills working hard. Marshall's everywhere. Another chance for the Warralakan work boots. Short. Looking for Omadai on the lead. And he's got a free kick. And a sore back of the head. Kennedy right with him. That was there. It'll be a good battle all day. So, Omers, what are the boys on the Ute think of this one? Time running down towards the half. Sebastian Omadai. I have him as 1, but we'll check at half time. He's a good chance to kick this. The Kennedy run up. He sprayed it out to the right. And we had a point to the Blues. So the Blues got a 12-goal 779. Narembeen just that Stazanowski points. We wait. Narembeen already lost 2 to injury. I have a feeling they might have gone in 1 down anyway. Long, looking for Korahiki from the side. Not sure who that was, but it was a good jump. That was Bigland. Half time has come. The Kulin Kondinin Footy Club, 12-goal 779. And the Narembeen Footy Club, 1 point. We have a score from Merredin. Burracoppin by just the 7 points in the derby. Keep those scores from Merredin coming, please. Okay, so Narembeen lost. They might actually lost 3 to injury. We have goal scorers. I've got Decky's got 1. I've got Tully's got 3. I've got Omers for 1. I've got Andrew Repiccioli for 2. Sammy Collins for 1 and Heath Berardine for 2. Sammy Collins drifted out of it a little bit then for the Blues, but he didn't really have to do all that much. Lockie Bigland was fantastic across half-back. Dustin Marshall, who seemed to go to centre forward, was very good for the Blues. And then take your pick. They are on top. For Narembeen, the boys are working hard, but sometimes the mountain is very, very big. Cody Duncan across half-back. Jimmy Kennedy fighting hard with Sebi Omadai across the last line. And Mr. Narembeen, Mitchell Myelini, is standing up when others are finding it hard too. So we'll go to the break. There'll be a bit of Oz kick in. I'll go and get some scores. We'll go through our sponsors after the break, and we'll see what happens. What can Narembeen muster in the second half? Welcome back to Narembeen Oval as we start the second half in the blowout. Unfortunately, we do not have the close one, as Swan Mackay used to say back in the day, and yes, I am that old. Don't forget our sponsors: Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, Delta Ag, Kimberley Accommodation Group, UTF Trailers, Wild Gravel, Alum Lube, Dartfish, Archie's, Omnibus, Classic Clashes, Gallagher, Scotty Coppin and Rachel at the Corridon Hotel, Premium Grains and Warringah. If anyone can give us a score in the Derby, let us know. Sounds like it's pretty close up here. It is not close up there, sorry. It is not close here. But pride is an interesting thing. So we're back in the middle. The big German against the talented Marshall. Body contact high. Spinks goes backward to go forward. Duncan goes wide looking for Morrissey. He turns the other Collins inside out and thumps the footy forward for the horse. Looking for Walters and he's got him. Narembeen standing up in the first contest. Joshy Walters. Over from Victoria to work for a massive farmer at Muntagin. A really, really big farmer at Muntagin. Has had it tough. Can the Hawks start with a goal? Came over with a reputation that's his part of the ground. Has a lovely kicking action. And Narembeen have kicked a goal. Good on them. They go to 1 goal 1. The Blues miles out at 12 goal 779. And all of Narembeen has run to Walters. That's a good sign. Pride is a serious weapon when you use it well. So, we go back into the middle. Little wins. 17-year-old Dita Bennell in at centre bounce. Big Joey the German in the ruck. Everything against Narembeen, but what can they do? Marshall gets his hand on it first. Jasper going backwards to go forward. He'll take the Blues forward now. Good contest from Williams Jolly. Kennedy couldn't take it with him. Almadai picks it up and goes wide looking for Benier. Brown putting the pressure on Tommy. Jaquan gets to the front. Tommy pushes him out of it. Brown back into it. Numbers there to help Benier. Numbers come to help Brown now in Williams Jolly. Footy goes out. Tommy Benier. Long handball looking for Tully. Spinks puts the pressure on, but he had to leave. I think that's Collins. Collins will kick this. No, he won't. Blaine will catch that in the goal square. Blaine Wilson, that is, and Brown. Brown on the scoreboard side, the grandstand side, goes to Kennedy. Kennedy looking to get down the ground, looks for Fuller. Too big for Fuller. Ellis will escort that over the line, and in a rule that this commentator thinks is not very good, I think that's James Ellis will get the free kick. He goes back into the middle of the ground. Marshall, great contest from Reich, but Marshall shows his class, takes the mark. He goes by hand to the other Collins, who sidesteps Reich. He goes wide, looking for Tolstrop. Jaquan Brown puts on the pressure. So Narembeen to throw things around a little bit. I think Stasnowski might be at centre back. He's now in the ruck. Right, down to Collins. Collins will put it at top of the square. Where is Andrew Repiccioli? Everyone grabs each other there. Benier gets back onto it. Mylini trying to get there first. Williams Jolly takes it over the line. Umpire Robinson says that's 1 point. And the Blues edge further out. We'll try and get a hockey score when we can. And a netball score too. If you're listening and can throw us those scores on. Oh, big stars, bad luck. The ball didn't get out. And the ball now goes back into the middle of the ground with Tommy Benier. Takes the mouth guard out. He's going to kick from about 40. His dad, of course, the great Gecko Benier, would he kick this post high on his wrong foot in bare feet. Tommy, however, a right footer with his boots on. Has not made the distance. Everyone jumps at it off hands. Umpire Robinson says that's a point as well. And we will bring the footy back in. Short to Wilson. Playing the grandstand side. Plays on. Long down the line. The two Brown boys. Nico jumped over everyone. Couldn't take the footy with him. Jaquan did get the footy. Got tackled. Tully picks the footy up. That looked like a throw. Nothing doing. Berardine will get tackled now. This is Marshall on his left foot, bouncing footy forward. Tommy Benier tried to pick it up, nothing doing. Spinks, Connor Spinks could pick it up. Misses his handball, but Jaquan Brown back on it. Slams the footy forward looking for Russ Fuller. I think that might be out in the full. And it is. I don't mind that rule. The other one I don't agree with. But anyway. Ellis has played on. Now he's played on. Kicks it. A wobbly sort of punt thing. Benham. In the middle of the ground. Where does he go from here? Young Dieter Bennell. Where can he go? Korahiki presenting up. Bennell looks for him. Overcooks it though. And Tully getting kicks for fun. Plays on. Looks inside. Goes short to Jasper. Jasper goes longer. Looking for Omadai. Kennedy worries him out of it. Decky picks the footy up. The pressure comes. I think that's a Cook 49. I'm not sure. The footy will get wrapped up. It is Austin Cook, I think. We'll go with that.
I think it might be the other agent.
Oh, it's the other Argent. Right. Oh, that's right. Brock's cousin. Oh, push from Rice. He gets away with it and he thumps the footy forward, the big German. Morrissey waits for it. That's the other Collins. Goes backwards to his brother, Berardine, on the foot. Who takes a catch? They're lining up for it. No one could do it. Wilson. Oh, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Albie Decky getting a little bit carried away there. I think it might have been Seb Omadai. A little bit carried away. He's lucky that Mitchell's got a hard head, I think. And Molini goes wide. Finds Brown. Down the line. The other Brown. Couldn't quite take the mark. Pressure comes now, but Jaquan's good enough to get the ball a high footy into the middle of the ground. I think that's a Collins. He plays on. This is Decky now. He'll go short. Narembeen banking back, trying to cut the footy off Wilson. Wilson looking for a way out. He looks for Morrissey. He's missed him. Mylini up the ground now. Longer to Williams-Jolly. Where can he go? Goes into the middle and he finds Spinks. Something mounting for the Hawks now. Duncan, usually a good user. Long. Looking for Walters again. He's got him. Plays on. That's a goal. Narembeen refusing to lie down. Sebi Omadai, with all due respect, lucky not to get in more trouble for that tackle, but the Hawks stood up, got the ball through the ground, and Walters is on the board again. Narembeen go to 2 goals, 1-13. Kulin Kondinin 12 goals, 9-81 at Narembeen Oval. Tackle like that on real TV would have got Seb in all kinds of trouble, but we'll let it go as no injury was caused, and we're back in the middle. Marshall and Rice. Rice competing well. Jasper tried to take it with him. Bennell's been good for a young kid. Spinks thumps the footy forward. Narembeen need a mark, but there's that man again. Lockie Bigland. Intercept mark extraordinaire. Collins wide. Berardine couldn't keep it in, and we will have a ball in. Don't forget to use the sponsors: Delta Ag, Dartfish. Not sure what Dartfish do, but I appreciate their money coming into country footy. Rice and Marshall, little nudge, good use of the body by the big German. Thumps the footy forward on his left foot. Narembeen need a mark, but they will not get one when Lockie Bigland keeps doing that, and he does it so well. Through the middle of the ground. This is the other Collins. I think it's Harry Collins. Bounce. Run. Pressure coming from Benham. Collins still going. The Blues get the ball on the far wide. I think that's one of the Cooks. Pushed off it. Numbers arrive. Benham trying to take it with him. Couldn't do it. This is Decky. Twisting. Turning. Can he find a target inside forward 50? Looks like he might overcook that. That's a good grab. That is a good grab. Andrew Repiccioli. It is not the throw. He plays on. He goes wide and finds Dustin Marshall. Andrew Repiccioli. Not the first time he's waved at QF2 as it's gone past. But he's looked for the team option, Andrew, and given Dustin Marshall a chance to kick, or I think will be his first goal. Dustin Marshall, smooth, interesting drop of the footy. No, unfortunately he kicked that like a ruckman. That's a point. The Blues go to 12 goals, 10. Narembeen showing some fight under duress. Wide, really wide. Brown trying to get a touch. I'm not sure if he did. And that rule will come into effect again. Berardine. Into forward 50. Wilson standing under it. That was early. Very early from Seb. Wilson short to Kennedy. He's got Stasnowski wider. He'll go back to the coach. Wilson. Looks for Duncan. Couldn't get him. Fumble. Line. Doesn't find it. Decky picks the footy up. Press is coming. Marshall to Berardine. Look away handball. I think that's one that... No, that's Jasper. Back to Berardine. Press is coming. Gets his hands. Big Joey picks the footy up. Brown, Nico Variety, tackled, tried, wrapped up, and we will have a ball up. Narembeen's been better this quarter. Certainly getting more numbers around the contest, taking more dare with the footy. Walters has kicked 2 goals, but the Blues all over it. Marshall's been very good. Williams-Jolly will knock the footy out of bounds. Send us a score from the Derby or send us any thoughts you want on 0429 647 651. Who do you think should win the Warralac and Work Boots? Who do you think will kick the next goal for the Blues? It looks like it'll be Dustin Marshall from just on the arc. Wide kick a set shot, we can kick it on the run. The big ruckman kicks a goal. Away we go. I'm running out of room on my sheet. Marshall gets what I'm pretty sure is his first. The Blues go to 13-10. The Hawks are at 2 goals, 1. Remember, if you're driving home tonight to Perth, drive safely, but don't be afraid to go and get a feed at the Corazon Hotel. The food there is tremendous. Absolutely fantastic. Back in the middle of the ground. More of a contest now. The crowd is gathering for the footy. The men's hockey's still going. The kids playing on the far side. Rice and Marshall. Rice does well. Gets a hand on the footy, hand on it first. Young Benham trying to take it with him. Couldn't do it. Collins, Harry, hands. Not sure. That's Berardine, I think. Tackle. Good pressure from Narembeen, but they can't get the footy. This is Collins from half back. Couldn't take it with him. Worried out of it by Marshall. Slams the footy forward. Narembeen need a mark. Big jump. Footy wouldn't sit for Fuller. This is DeGavea. Around the body. He's missed everything. He's kicked for touch, the rugby union player. Did well though, front and centre. Had not seen the game 3 years ago, Danny DeGavea. And now he's playing league footy for the Hawks. Throw in. Long throw in. Ball bounces. Who's picked that up? Connor Spinks. Ducks his head. And that's holding the footy. Play on. Wide. Oh, what have we got here? I'm not sure what's going on. Well, the umpires need to stop the play. Then the ball is still moving. And they have. Got to come back. Righto. That's young Cook in the middle of the ground. Pretty sure that's Tolstrop. Sets sail, looks for something, a little helicopter thing Wilson tried to catch it. Working hard, goes backwards to Brown. Goes long down into the contest. There's my man Marshall. Marshall into the middle, lining up. Seb Omadai taking the pressure of the Burley. Omadai's kicks. Kick one by my count. He goes short. Who's he got here? He's got Kai Jasper. Miley on the mark. Jasper. Cyril could kick it. Van could probably kick it too. Can Kai put this through? Smooth run up the right footer. Kicks it sweetly. He can put it through. That goes through half post high. And the Blues just keep on keeping on. They go to 14 goals, 10.94. The Hawks at 2-1-13. Someone give me a score in the derby, please. Oh, it might be on that. We do have a score from the Corries and Southern Cross game. The Tigers are back on the board with a big win over the Bombers. Back in the centre. Beautiful day for footy. Umpire count with the one hand. Marshall also with the one hand. Young Bennell picks it up, does well. Brown, short, looking for De Gavara, who's in space. Biglin lefts his man and takes it with him. Good pressure from De Gavara. Well done, Danny De Gavara. Spinks, working hard. A flat sort of punt thing. Who's he got out there? He's got Walters. It's tough. Josh Walters, new to the club this year, the club that's struggling. He fancies himself, did come over with a reputation as a forward. The ball just hasn't gone down there much for the Hawks this year. He's going to give himself a chance here. From just on the arc, Josh Walters strikes it well, gives it every chance, but it'll go narrow and it'll be a point. But the Hawks getting the ball inside in the second half. They got a 2 goals, 2-14. The Blues 14-10, 94. Now I'm told Warringah are a ag machinery sort of business. They're a great sponsor of footy in the Eastern District. So if you're in the market, don't forget Warringah. Back, we're kicking in again. I'm not sure why, but we are kicking in again. Play on. That's one of the Cook boys. Long. Who's he got out the back? That's Berardine, I think. Number 2, yes. That's Berardine. Looking for a target. He goes long as well. Tolstrops played well. Makes a contest. Narembeen get there in numbers though. This is Mylini looking for somewhere to go. Goes short into Duncan. As the Hawks try and get the ball through the ground. Wide to Nico Brown. Does he go back in the middle of the ground to Mylini? No, he's looking down the ground to get Morris. He's worked hard. Bennell down the line. Morrissey tries to play on and does well. Footy, the ball, the kick part, not so good. Turns the footy over. Davies. Davies looks to switch the play. The Blues are coming out off half back. Berardine again. Must be hard, a bit windy out there today. Hard to kick the footy. Kennedy slaps it forward. Only as far as Collins of the Harry variety. Pressure coming. Big Joey Rush. The German plays on. Inside out Nuri without knowing what one it is. Good contest from Bennell. Hands. Tackle. This is Collins now. He'll look to give it by hand to Biglin. Biglin will give it back to Collins. Looking there to go forward. Who have we got here? We've got Decky. Couldn't take the mark under pressure. Stasinowski picks it up. This is Jaquan Brown. Short. Looking for Bennell. Does everything he could to take the grab. Knocks it forward off the foot of Josh Davies. And we will have, out in the full. And the Hawks will kick the footy in. Duncan. Looks in the middle. Ignores Kennedy. Plays on. A long kick of the footy. Cody Duncan. Down the line. Korahiki. Walters. Crashes the pack. Good spot from Brown. Trying to get the footy off Lockie Biglin. Boys are still working hard. That's Collins. Down the line again. Who's there? Kennedy. Pressure's coming. Joey couldn't hold on to it. Amadai's out now. Tries to take Brown on. He's run a long way. Got his handball, the umpire says. Good pressure from Brown. He's overcooked it and he's found Bennell. The young hawk doing well under fire. Oh, he's turned it over. Berardine plays on. Slow, low sort of firing thing. This is Decky. He plays on as well. Who's he got? Someone nearly fell over there, and that was Andrew Repiccioli. Williams Jolly meets him on the charge. Well done, Williams Jolly. Narembeen's out through the left foot of Williams Jolly, and Spinks has a paddock. Goes into it to the coach. Narembeen shot. Not sure you can do that on the mark, but anyway. That's okay. Wilson, wide. Duncan. Long. Who's going to take that? Walters, give me a contest. Use his body well. Is that a mark? Not paid. Not paid. Could have... Oh, hang on. Has he paid it? No, I don't think he paid it, did he? No, we're going to throw it up. Must have got the... Lockie must have got a hand in it first. Looked like a mark from 100 metres away, but still. Umpire in the best position. Hills and Davies. Berardine's been good. Wrapped up. And we will have another ball in. Kulin Kondinin by 80 points. It's been a much more competitive second half there. Fuller wrapped up. Lockie Bigland's been tremendous off half back. Harry Collins as well. Also very good. Free kick in the ruck. Davies. Misses his target. Duncan and Berardine. Mylini's worked hard for Narembeen. Pressure, 3-on-1. Blues couldn't pick it up. Forces it backwards. I think that's one of the Cook boys. And the Blues will be out here through Berardine. Way over there on the sea cleaner's wing. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Who's he got forward of the footy? Tommy Benier works under it. Andrew Repiccioli will pick this up. Andrew Repiccioli will take a bounce. He might take another one. And he goes, I'll kick this, you blokes. All clear, Andrew Repiccioli. That, I'm pretty sure, is Andrew's third. And the Blues go to 15 goals, 10, 100. The Hawks, a much more competitive second half so far at 2 goals, 2, 14. Still looking for a score in the Derby. I'll just hit up my source. Source is close to the club. And see if I can get one. Back in the middle. Not sure how the netball went. If you can hear us and give us the scores in the netball, let us know. The junior hockey I saw this morning was very competitive. Tolstrop, right foot, looking for Decky. Williams Jolly, no, Decky, it's a good grab. Well, he thinks about going, doesn't. Good player, Albie Decky. Spent some time at Bruce Rock. I think he's originally from the lower southwest. This is well within his capabilities. Albie Decky from just inside the arc. Gives it every chance. That is a good kick. That is a goal. That is a goal. Umpire Robinson says that is a goal. So the Blues go to 16 goals, 10 as we close in on 3/4 time. Narembeen 2 goals, 2, 14 at Narembeen Oval. Score from the Derby. Barracoppin by a goal. Not the best game of Toronto. My source says Barra are not playing super well, but they are in front. Righto. Back in the middle. Umpire pool. Here we go. Korahiki, and I think that's Davies. Korahiki gets his hand on it. Bennell couldn't pick it up. Wraps up. We'll get a ball up, I would think. Whistle goes. Harry Collins. Harry Collins has been good. Working his way into some Warralacan work boots. Back in the middle. Pull. Good throw from the umpire. We're wrapped up again. Connor Spinks has worked hard second half. His team under duress. Need people to stand up, and Connor has done everything he could to do that, as has this young fella. Wrapped up again. And we will go again. Biglin of the Tully variety, wrapped up again. And we'll go again. Darfish, I'm pretty sure, are a computer company, aren't they? Do you know? Not sure. Dartfish, great sponsors though of country footy. Kimberley Accommodation Group would be a great place to go at the moment with the weather struggling. This is Kennedy up with the ball. Decky's, oh not Decky, Omidi's a bit eager to make body contact at the moment. There's a free kick against. Video analysis, Dartfish. Video analysis, we thank them for their sponsorship. Kennedy short, Spinks is working hard. Long out looking for Fuller. Sets the old man a task. Couldn't turn around young Russ Fuller Collins. And the Blues will be out here through Decky. Albie Decky, one bounce. Mitchell Mileni putting the pressure on. Looking for Tommy Benear. Missed him. This is Jaquan Brown. Looks back into traffic with a high thing. Looking for Cody Duncan. Harry Collins. Must have been touched off the boot. He sort of dropped it there. He's over the footy. That looked like a throw. Nothing doing. This is Josh Davies. Slams it on the boot. Where's Andrew Repacholi? No. Blaine Wilson on the last line. A busy place for the Hawks today. Connor Spinks working hard out wide. Stood up in the tackle. Did well to break the tackle. Slams the footy forward looking for Danny DiGavea. Lockie Biglin. Mark wasn't paid. Biglin back on it as he has done all day. Stands up in the tackle to Davies. Wider to Harry Collins. Short. Shut down by Spinks. Brown looking for an option. There wasn't one there. Wrapped up by Harry Collins, and the footy will turn over. Short. Into the middle of the ground. Just the 30 seconds. Yes, this is Berardine. Wider to Ellis. Ellis. Short. Decky. Short again. Looking for Beniz. Got it. No, he hasn't played on. Wasn't paid. Tommy back over it. Williams jolly with him. Tried to slam the footy out. Couldn't get it going too far. Collins. He'll give it to Berardine. He'll look for someone to catch it forward now. All Hawks back there though. Stazanowski. How can he get the footy out? He's taking his time. The siren will sound before this is called, I would have thought. So, we go to three-quarter time. Ascree, a great sponsor as well. Narembeen much better in that quarter, but the Blues still all over it. Kulin Kondinin have kicked, they're 16-10. Multiple goal scorers. I've got Decky, Repacholi and Berardine, but I think I might have missed one. Multiple goal scorers for Narembeen is Josh Walters. Lockie Biglin, tremendous for the Blues off half-back. Darcy Marshall might have been given a rest by the coach then. He's been very good as well. Narembeen stood up there and it was good to see. Mitchell Mileni has worked very, very hard for the Hawks. Connor Spinks doing all he could to lift his side. Cody Duncan. And it was great to see Josh Walters get on the board. We'll take a little break. I'll get a drink and we'll be back in it after the break for one more quarter from Narembeen. We got stuck at the bar. And here we are back at Narembeen Oval. 7 points, the difference, up at the Derby.
No, that didn't do it, Craig.
No, I don't know how to do it.
No.
We're just having trouble. There you go. Well done, Sharpie. Got the computer to work. 7 points of difference up at the Derby. What can Narembeen muster here? How heavy can the Blues put the foot down? Rice got his hand on the footy first. This is Berardine off his wing. Long. Looking for someone to take a catch. Williams already gets good body on Tolstrop, wrapped up in a tackle. I think that might be Decky. Yes, it was. Back to Stasnowski. Slams it forward. Bennell gives a good contest. This is Berardine again. He's been good. Spinks has tried hard. Jasper. Spinks again. Comes out of it. And he's wrapped up. We will have a ball up. Just in front of what back in the day was called Champagne Lane at Narembeen, where the ladies would watch on a Sunday after sport on the Saturday. Rice works hard, too big for Spinks. Collins off the ground. Duncan goes to the ground with him. Biglin, handball, looks for Tolstrop. Jevon's been good, but Dooley would have caught that. And the ball goes out. Don't forget our sponsors. Afgri, Delta Ag, Kimberley Order, even Accommodation Group, UTF Trailers, Wild Gravel, Allen Lube, Dartfish, Archie's, Omnibus, Classic Clashes, Corazon Hotel, and Premium Grains. Back to the footy. Decky trying to pick the footy up. Marshall pushes Williams Jolly out of it. Now it's Marshall's chance to pick it up. Slams the footy on the boot and doesn't go anywhere near the goals. So Wilson will have a bounce. Another one. Short, looking for Brown. Brown does well. This is Nico. Half back right. Here at the place where the playground should get moved. Down the line, Nico. Looking for Young Hills. Gives the contest. Who's on the ground? I think that is a Cook. I think he's been wrapped up and we will have the ball thrown in. So it's a close derby. It's not close here, but it's a wonderful day for country sport, country footy. Good crowd as there always is with these traditional rivals. The Blues have been just tremendous today. They look a real contender. Their running power. Duncan was held, nothing doing. Out it comes, going backwards to go forwards. That's a Collins, I think, wider. Berardine has racked him up out here. What can he do with the footy? High one. Running onto it is Decky. Decky's worked hard across half forward. Good mobile half forward. Into the middle looking for Collins. Overcooked it. Brown will look to take this with him. The German. No good. Duncan. Wider. Morrissey. Trying to get to the footy first. Trying to pick the footy up. Does well. Wrapped up. Held. Umpire Burgess right in the right spot. Multiple grand final umpire and a school teacher, so we're never wrong. Morrissey, down the line. Who's going to catch it? Where's Biglin? There he is! Lockie Biglin into the middle of the ground. I think that's a Davies. Yes, it is. You go wider to Argent as the Blues try and work the footy out of halfback. He goes short and looks in the middle of the ground. That's Benir, I'm pretty sure. Tommy goes long. Who's he got forward there? Stasnowski couldn't take it with him. Wide handball from, I'm not sure who that was, but it's ended up with Marshall. He'll kick a goal. And the Blues keep on keeping on. They go to 17-10. 112. The Hawks 2 goals, 2-14. Things are close in the derby. Things are not close here, and unfortunately weren't close over at Corazon. We do have, it's sort of a race in 5, the Eastern Districts. Unless the Tigers can get rolling. Back in the middle. Joey Rice. What can he give? Up with Josh Davies. Davies does well to get the footy down to Bigland. They try and get it forward through quick hands. That's Brown. Benier. Sorry, not Benier. Bennell. And this is Berardine. He's been good. Berardine pushes. He kicked it down the ground. Marshall didn't want to kick it. He's given it to Tolstrop. Jevon Tolstrop. A beautifully balanced both sides of the body footballer. But just not as cool as Dooley. This is well within range here, Tolstrop. I've got him for not having kicked the goal yet, so this will be his first one. Jevon Tolstrop. Doesn't make the distance. That's a good grab from Riley Stazanowski. Bouncing the footy out of halfback. He looks for Brown, but outnumbered. The footy will come back. Bigland ran over it. The big German picks it up, goes by hands looking for Bennell. Couldn't quite grab it, the young fella, but puts pressure on as the ball hits the ground. It comes out there, that's Spinks. Morrissey's worked hard, can't pick it up. Surely didn't have it, nothing doing. And the Hawks will go forward through Brown. On the left foot, there's Bigland, who can give a contest. The Hawks have all pushed forward. Bigland will get the Blues out from a Decky. Decky at sort of centre wing, by hand. Who's running past? I think that's Berardine again. He's got a lot of kicks out on his wing. There's Tolstrop looking for someone in the middle of the ground. Goes looking for Benier over the Cooks it. And Cody Duncan, the left footer. Stazanowski. The Hawks trying to get the ball through the ground again. He changes directions to Williams Jolly, who's fought hard under a defence that has been under siege all day. Give me something on the text line if you can. 0429 647 651. Especially if you're up at the Derby. Williams Jolly finding it hard to find a target as fatigue sets in. It's been hard to kick the footy that way. Bigland, play on, tackle, held in. So who gets the Warralack and work boots? Who gets this beanie? Heath Berardine's been good on a wing. Dusty Marshall has done all that he's needed to do in the ruck, but I think he's been managed a little bit as Tita Bennell gets wrapped up. Mickey Thomas back on the ground. The future mayor of South Cumberland. Big Joey Rice does well with a bit of body contact in the middle of the ground. Jacon Brown gets wrapped up. And we'll bounce the footy again. The Blues and Burracoppin will be a good game of footy. That's in a couple of weeks, I think. After this, the Hawks take on the Tigers at home, which if the Tigers have got rolling today, will be another tough day for the Hawks. They get the footy forward here, though. Thomas will give a contest. Brown will get to the front and centre. He works hard, lays a tackle. Bigland couldn't pick it up. Oh, I'm not sure. He was legged. He legged. Lockie Bigland turns the footy over. Nico Brown. Blaine Wilson wide to the hard-working Connor Spinks. Spinks looking for something forward of the footy. It's short, looking for Hills. He's overdone it. Duncan will put the pressure on, coming the other way. I think it was one of the Cook boys, or it was Kai Jasper. Duncan, wide. Brown. Walters presents. Brown works hard to get back and kick and got it. No, missed him. High. Lucks of fortune there. Walters within range, you'd think, for the workman from a very, very big farm at Muntajan. Josh Walters. Narembeen's only goal kicker for the day. It's been hard to be a forward at the Hawks this year. Strikes it well, does give it a chance. The wind working hard for him right on the line. Play on is the call. Wrapped up. She's a point. The Hawks go to 2-3. They are a long way behind the Blues, who are 17 goals 10. And if you're in the Kimberley, don't forget to use the accommodation group up there and enjoy some sun and some barramundi. We're on the far side. Berardine. It's got kicks for fun. Decky. Wider. Collins. Smooth moving Sam Collins. By hand. He gives it to her. That's one of the cooks. He's missed his target. Ball on the ground in the forward line for the Blues. By hand, Bernier. Who's got forward of the footy now? I think that might be the other Collins. It is. Collins of the Harry variety. Pretty sure that's his first one. I did get the goal kickers off Robbo at half-time, then I forgot to look at what I got off him. So we'll just let that ride. The Blues go to 18 goals 10, 118. The Hawks 2 goals 3, 15. We have about 10 minutes to go in this one. I will try and get a derby score. The Dockers won on Thursday night. There'll be no living with them after that. The Eagles tomorrow, I think. How did the Black Ducks go today? Let's have a look. Oh, we got a whistle. What's happened? Warning for 666. 4 points in the Derby. Not sure who's up, but 4 points in the Derby. The Black Ducks are going to have a win. The Black Ducks are up. Well, there's something to take out of your weekend. Narembeen out in the middle, Spinks. Handball back to Duncan, to the voice. High. Biglin will sit under this. Will he catch it? Or he caught it with his face. Lockie Biglin. Wider. Tolstrop. Jevon Tolstrop into the middle of the ground. Back to Biglin. Tried to go one hand. Couldn't do it. Wider to Berardine. Look away handball. Tolstrop. Footy on the ground. Morrissey working hard. Comes out the back to Berardine. Twisting, turning. Tries. Holding the footy, says umpire Paul. Berardine showing a little bit of disquiet. But he has worked hard. He's played well. Now, who can mark the footy and mark the ball inside forward 50? Morrissey plays on. Wrestle. Biglin. He has had the footy on absolute string, Lockie Biglin. Wide. Decky couldn't mark it. The ball is out. So that should be a turnover. No, oh no, the ball got touched, that's right. The great Lindsay Brown throws the footy in. The German gets the hand on the footy first. Well done, Big Joe. He tackled. Could have been in the back, nothing doing. 3 Blues over this one. Good tackle from Spinks. That's Cook. Duncan held up. And we'll have a ball up. The shade not doing umpire Cowan's lime green justice. He's done a good job today, Pete. Nico Brown wrapped up. And we will have another ball up. So a close one in the Derby. The Black Ducks are going to have a win. Claremont are also going to have a win. I missed that one. I was looking at my phone. A tackle that has earned a free kick. Connor Spinks. Centre wing. Plays on. Who can catch it? Hard to kick the footy there. Biglin, you wouldn't read about it. Lockie Biglin goes the other side of the ground. Brockhardsen, I think that is broke for his mate Biglin into the middle of the ground. I'm going to say this is one of the Cook boys, but I'm not sure. By hands to Collins, running past. Big Sazanowski looks to put pressure on. Collins with a little footy. That didn't go 15. Jasper, one of the Cook boys, thumps something forward. Williams Jolly takes him out. He plays on. Goes to Tory. Why not? Decky couldn't catch it. Numbers there though. Berardine. Barreled by the German. Who's going to catch this? Nothing doing there. By hands to Bernier. This is Decky. Wider. Duncan. He's worked hard, Cody Duncan. Jimmy Kennedy also worked hard. Who's he going to give the footy to? Fatigue sets in. Duncan. Borough by 3 points in the derby. Brown fighting hard, trying to get the footy going his way. Still fighting hard, does well. Berardine right in his hammers, been good. What do we got left? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Looks like the men's hockey might be over. Wonder how the Hawks went over there, because it's been a tough day on the footy oval. The Chicken Hawks won by a point, a good game of junior footy. The Rezzies got a bit of a touch up from a powerful Blues unit, and the Hawks a bit the same. Swings and roundabouts though, as Davies takes it out of the ruck and plays on. Who we got the forward of the footy? That's Marshall. He can play as a forward, drops the footy now, goes wide. Not sure what he's looking for there. Or he's looking for his man, Omadai, and that's a good grab under real genuine pressure. And this, I'm pretty sure will be his second, but like I say, let's count on the goal scorers. He's definitely been good. Sebastian Omadai. The boys on the year right behind this one. The guy in the white jumper ready to, ride this one home. Stuttery, Josh Kennedy run up. He struck it. I think it might have been a goal. Umpire Springer said that is a goal. So another one for Seb, which I think is the only second, but I think that might be wrong. 6 minutes left. The Blues go to 19-10, 1-2-4. The Hawks 2-3-15. Lockie Bigland has had it on an absolute string. Heath Berardine's been very good through the middle of the ground. The big German Joe Reich has worked hard in the ruck. I'm not sure what's happened to Big Clayton. Hopefully he's not hurt as well. Korahiki in the second half. Narembeen have been gallant in the second half, but just haven't got the soldiers at the moment to go with this powerful Blues lineup. Davies, Rice, Decky, running away from young Bennell by hand, gives it to Collins. Collins shepherded off the pressure. The Blues with numbers everywhere. The other Collins wrapped up. Good pressure from Narembeen. We have a whistle. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, high tackle. High tackle. Long from Davies. Brown nearly took a very good diving mark. I'm pretty sure that's one of the Cook boys. Puts his head down, gets the footy, gets tackled. Handball over the top. This is Omadai. Handballs again. That's the other Collins. Wrapped up. Holding the ball. Umpire's been good today. Poole, Cowan and Burgess. Couldn't have the game without the umpires. And Robertson and Sprigg in the goals. And Brown, Dorlant. And I'll get the other, worry out the other two in a minute. Kennedy, by hand, Williams, Jolly. Mylini. What can the Hawks do? Can they get another goal before the siren rings? Bennell working hard with the Blues with the numbers. I'm pretty sure this is Argent. Into the middle of the ground, looking for Omadai. Couldn't get him. Rice will wrap this bloke up. No, nothing doing. Pressure comes. And we'll have a ball up. The Aaron Lyon Appreciation Award. Yes.
Love our umpires.
As it does love the umpires. Right, in the middle of the ground, we've got Decky. Brown will give a contest now. Williams Jolly's been good. Been really good. He's been wrapped up again. Narembeen lost. Tommy Baldwin early. Heath Ravenhill, I'm pretty sure came in sore and couldn't get through. I fear big Clayton Korahiki may be sore as well. Footy can be a tough mistress sometimes, and you've got to stand up under the pressure. This is Tolstrop, wider. 19, I'm not sure who 19 is, but he's given it to the top of the square. Kennedy stands under it. Duncan, wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up. 90 scatting. Ashton might have played 2 games. Didn't have to play 2 games, Ashton. He was, he was very good in the reserves as well. All right, Burgess. 2-handed throw up. What comes out of here? Jasper's over it. So is one of the Narembeen boys. Molly tries to get the footy out. Oh, holding the ball. Did try and take the ball on, but that was tough. That was tough. Kai Jasper. Pretty sure he's Cyril's. Is it Cyril's nephew, Sharky? No?
Relation you told me last week.
Oh, really?
Come from down the southwest somewhere.
Oh, right. Oh, well.
It's probably something to do with Amadai, so I reckon they would have brought him up.
Oh, right. Oh, well, then I'll stop talking about Cyril and Van then. All right, Kai Jasper. He's a good drop of the footy. And that's a goal. So he gets one as well. And that's 20 goals for the Blues. 20 goals, 10, 130 to the Hawks. 2 goals, 3, 15. What is the score in the Derby? I've got a couple here on the text line. Borough by 9 points in the Derby. Hopefully there's a big crowd up there. There's a big crowd here at the park where the playground should move. Unfortunately, the Hawks are just a bit outgunned at the minutes. Rice in the middle with Davies. Does well, the big German. Danny Digavar, the South African. That's a throw, nothing doing. Digavar back into it, does really well. Mylini's been very good. Bennell trying to pick the footy up, goes by hand. He's got someone out there, that's Thomas. Connor Spinks deserves a goal, runs into it. Is that a goal? And kicks one. Connor Spinks deserved that. That was good footy from the Hawks. They go to 3 goals, 3, 18. Miles behind the Blues, who have been far too good, but little green shoots, as they said at Carlton once. They're still looking for him at Carlton, but at the Hawks, the green shoots come out. Small wins, and that was a win. A clearance, contested footy, and the hard-working Connor Spinks kicking a good running goal. Scores from elsewhere. Bruce Rock have beaten Hyden by 3 goals. So the Halos keep punching out of their weight division. Very, very good contest against a good Bruce Rock side. Narembeen could get this out again. Digavaya fighting hard. Pretty sure that's Decky. Wider. Collins. Long. Get out of the way, Donk. Good run from the boundary umpire. Brown will wrap Jasper up. No, he won't. Jasper will run past him. He goes long, looking for someone at the top of the square. Sasnowski will catch this and switch the footy to the coach, Wilson. Wilson will look down up the ground. Mickey Thomas working hard for him. He holds up onto it. Just 90 seconds left. He gets Kennedy. The Blues, too good. Down the line. Hills worked under it. Thomas will pick this up and get wrapped up by Berardine. And we'll have a ball up. A minute left. Just hasn't been. We might have a score from the Derby. We've had from a Craig down the line. Kai does call Cyril Uncle Cyril, so we'll take that. Cyril taught him everything he knows. 9 points in the Derby, I believe. Burrow in front. Blues have gone forward again. Wrapped up. Williams, jolly good tackle. Sasnowski has to stand under this. Pushed off it. Duncan goes backwards to go forward. Kennedy goes wide with a crumbly little rolling punt kind of a thing. Brown has also tried hard. Tackled. Stacks on the middle. 2 Brown boys. No footy comes out. Jasper staying on his feet. Trying to pick it up. Kennedy wrapped up. Gets the footy out. That looked like a throw. Nothing doing. That's Brown. A tumbly looking punt thing. DeGavara runs straight at this. Stupid shape ball bounces the wrong way. Lockie Bigland, what's he doing down there? What he's doing down there is putting the footy inside forward 50. Good punch from Sasnowski. Someone saw the footy. I'm running out of breath. Benia. And there we go. That's the end of that. We'll go through quick read of the sponsors, and then that'll be almost enough from me. I'll go down and give this out. So, Great Southern Fuels, AFGRI, Delta Ag, Kimberley Accommodation Group, UTF Trailers, Wild Gravel. Do we have a final score in the Derby? We do. Borough have won, I believe, in the Derby. Borough have won by 16 points, or someone's won by 16 points. I'm pretty sure it's Borough. Allen Lube, Dartfish, Archie's, I'm about to go and give some of them away. Omnibus, Classic Clashes, Gallagher, Corrigan Hotel, Premium Graves and Warringah. The Blues, just far too good. The Hawks tried hard, better in the second half. Good to see them hit the scoreboard, but just outgunned. Good for the Blues. Lockie Bigland, who's about to get himself some Warralack and work boots. Both the Collins boys. Heath Berradine on a wing. All very, very good. You could really keep going. Tolstrop, not as cool as Dooley, but pretty bloody good. Shouldn't say that on the screen, should I? And for Narembeen, Duncan worked hard. Big Joey Rice in the ruck was good. Connor Spinks worked hard. They just didn't have the cattle. Things not going their way. So I'll just go and find this kid and have a chat. So, you turn me off? Have you got that other one?